So my name is Raphael. Um, I am a global and international studies major and French double major. I'm working towards finishing next May. That's kind of why you see I took the 18 credit course in Paris, and then I'm taking the COIL Global Comments program right now, which is worth 6 credits as well. So I'm working towards that. I studied abroad in Paris. It was the SUNY at the Sorbonne program. I chose that program because, I mean, who doesn't want to study in Paris? Like, that was like a dream for me. And being able to raking my 18 credits worth from my French major was really important for me. But it wasn't all about that. Just like culturally being able to immerse myself in a different environment was just really special. For me, it wasn't really fears or worries. It was just like I had a lot of questions because I hadn't really met anyone who had been on the semester-long program yet. The director of the program in Paris, who's Celine, really nice, really friendly woman, very motherly. Like, she really just took charge of everything, and getting there and knowing that I was in good hands and that I could contact her at any time. And naturally I was a little anxious because I had never been away from my family, on an educational trip. It was just, it was worth it. Maybe just constantly finding myself speaking French or having to speak French. I mean, I'm pretty fluent in French, so it wasn't really a big problem for me, but I'm still a native English speaker. So just what naturally came to me wasn't a norm there. It was, I'm not gonna say it was seamless because there were a lot of complications here and there, but I feel like Celine and the Sorbonne did a really great job at just helping us, transition into online. Because although the schedule did change, we were aware of when we're meeting. We knew when stuff was due. We had reminders. We constantly be reminded of when and what to do at each point in time, and they really kind of just checked in on us to make sure that we're doing okay, even in terms of our health and like our progress. So I felt like they did the best they could in terms of what we're all going through. And you just don't see things like this coming. Like it just happened. It was really on short notice. I was able to get the credits I needed, and I got pretty good grades too. So it was a good job. Luckily, like, they kind of saw the whole thing coming, so they had already taken measures for teleworking. The transition in terms of my internship was pretty seamless. I already had my tasks lined out for me. I guess the toughest part for me was waking up early because of the time difference for meetings and stuff, like sitting in on meetings and submitting my work in on time, because and while taking online courses, so that used to collide sometimes. Because even though it ended early, I got my credits and I got the experience. It was a lot of sitting in on meetings. Even though I was just an intern, I had to help my supervisor arrange documents before meetings, and just like have her schedule ready, like what the things she was gonna do for the day, and while also simultaneously working on my project. So I was given the task of reviewing and revising educational guides for less privileged children abroad, and also for like keeping track of more educational modules that were being given out to workers at UNESCO. So I was monitoring these course modules, like the progress there, and compiling information from there, while also making sure that my supervisor had everything she needed. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't. Just having to balance that and my courses, but I pulled through, and I'm really glad I went through that because I feel like I really learned some kind of resilience. It's some kind of experience I've never had before. So I'm an introvert. So just having to always be in contact with my supervisor and my team about what was going on was kind of a challenge to me for me too. But like I learned a lot. So and just having people like jobs you apply to know that you studied and you had an internship in a different country. Just I think kind of testifies to like how resilient you can be and like the kind of environment you can be, especially like being able to transition from that into a pandemic and just how unique this whole year has been. I think I can always turn that around and use it to my advantage and to show employers that, hey, I'm gonna do what I have to do to make things happen, and I did it, and I'm here now. Also, having the people that I worked with in Paris attest to the fact that this is the kind of person that I am, and that I can actually make things happen, and just being able to have those connections. Yeah, I can say I know 5 solid people in Paris now. I can say I know 5 people at UNESCO or at Fondation Cell. You know someone somewhere, and that you can always have help whenever you need it. Is really, it's just comforting. I'm just looking to find a job where I get to immerse myself in other cultures while advocating for justice, and just looking to create equality in whatever way I can, while spreading the word about different cultures, and just educating people. So I don't know what that looks like for me, but I don't really have a specific job in mind. But as long as it has all these components, I feel like I'm gonna be able to be comfortable there, and these experiences are definitely gonna fit in seamlessly with the kind of job I want to do. It's a 6 credit course with 2 separate courses. The first course is on intercultural storytelling, and the second course is on international perspectives on a specific SDG that you get to pick. Mine is on perspectives on reduced inequalities globally. The first few weeks was just focused on learning how to tell stories, the stories of others, through the video medium, and how to construct videos, how to put together a video, the elements, the principles of storytelling, elements of production, pre-production, post-production, and just being able to analyze information and put it together in a creative way that kind of appeals to your audience. The second half that we're on right now is a bit more interactive, even though there were discussions in the first half. Like there were discussions here and there was essays, papers. This is more interactive because like every other day I'm having Zoom meetings with my supervisor. And so what this current course is about is just learning about the different inequalities that go on around the world, like how we can reduce them, and each student gets to pick the lens they want to work through. So I'm in the social justice lens, and we have all these resources we're going through every day. And then when we're done, we analyze them and we make discussions, and there's like essays, and it's just really interactive. So the end goal of this whole thing of both courses is to collaborate with an organization internationally. So my group is working with Inkululeko, which is an organization in South Africa, which is aimed at improving education in South Africa. With the Global Commons program I'm taking right now, I'm gonna be able to say on my resume, hey, I helped put this organization on the map. I helped advocate for the things they needed, and I can do this. I can do this for you. So just being able to tell your employer that even in the midst of a pandemic, I made the effort to do this for others, and I wasn't being idle, and I was working towards my degree progress. I think it goes to show, how, like, where your mind's at, like your aims, and how you do anything to, make things happen. I mean, it obviously it's not the same, but just like you can talk to them about almost anything because they realize this is the only platform where you can actually physically talk to them. They make accommodations for all the needs you might have. They ask all these questions, and they ask you if you have questions. Like, they're always like a phone call or a text away. Like, but just constant communication. Like, we clearly have a relationship. It's not just she's my instructor, I have no idea who she is or what she does. Like, I definitely feel like I know her and she knows me. Do it, because you're gonna regret it. The experience you get from it is so enriching, because you can't really lose anything from it. You're gaining so much. You're gaining so much experience. You're gaining so much know-how. You're gonna be thrown into situations where the pressure is on, and there's gonna be so many situations like that in the future in your workplace, and experiences you're gonna have. It's just a really worthwhile experience, and it's from the comfort of your home. This is the best you're gonna have it, because just for me, even though, like, with the program, it is pretty intensive. Like, there's always one thing after the other, meetings here and there. It has taught me about so much about time management. So that also works, especially in the laxity of your home, where you feel like, you have so much time, there's so many distractions, you get it done. And I think that really instills some kind of discipline in you, where, for the future. It's something that I think everybody should work towards having.